I want you to think about the last time you drove somewhere alone at night. The road ahead of you, the dark pressing in from both sides, the quiet hum of the engine. You felt fine, right? Safe even. Now imagine getting home, pulling up your dashcam footage, and realizing you were never actually alone. These three people found that out the hard way, and not one of them has driven the same way since. A woman named Dana was driving home from a late shift at a distribution warehouse outside of Knoxville. It was a route she'd taken hundreds of times, 45 minutes of empty two-lane highway, cornfields on both sides, no streetlights after mile marker 7. She had a dash cam. Her husband had installed it a few months earlier after she'd had a close call with a deer, when she'd actually forgotten it was there. The footage begins normally enough. Her headlights cut through the dark. The road ahead is empty. The timestamp reads 11:42 p.m. About 11 minutes into the drive, something appears in the rear-view camera, a secondary lens mounted on the rear windshield that recorded traffic behind the vehicle, a pair of headlights, maybe a quarter-mile back. Dana didn't notice. She was listening to the radio. Here's where it starts to get strange. Over the next 4 minutes, those headlights do not move. They don't get closer. They don't fall farther behind. They stay at exactly the same distance, the same brightness, the same position, as if whatever is behind her is precisely matching her speed. She slows down to 35 miles per hour on a 55 miles per hour road. The headlights slow down too. She speeds up to 70, and they keep pace. Still, Dana doesn't notice. She's singing along to something, completely unaware. At the 17-minute mark, she reaches a four-way stop at a crossroads in the middle of nowhere. There's a gas station on the corner. Closed, dark, shuttered for the night. She stops. She glances in her mirror, not at the rear camera feed, just her rear-view mirror, and notices the headlights for the first time. On the footage, you can see her head tilt slightly, just a small, curious movement. Who else is out here this late? Then the other vehicle pulls up behind her, and here's the thing. In the glow of the closed gas station's security light, a single orange bulb above the door, Dana can see the outline of the vehicle behind her. It's a pickup truck, old, dark-colored, and the driver's side door is open, not rolled down, not ajar. Open, and swinging wide, but there is someone in the driver's seat, a silhouette, just sitting there. Dana pulls through the stop sign and accelerates. The truck doesn't move for a full 9 seconds. The dash cam captures it sitting there at the intersection, door hanging open, engine presumably running, the driver completely still. Then it pulls forward and turns left, not following her, just turning left. Dana made it home. She didn't find out about any of this until her husband reviewed the footage 2 days later while looking for evidence after a stone had chipped the windshield. He watched it 3 times before he called her into the room. Neither of them has an explanation for the open door, or the matching speed, or what exactly that person was doing, sitting in the dark of a closed gas station parking lot with their door hanging open. Watching a woman drive away, Dana now drives a different route home, even when it takes longer, especially when it takes longer. A long-haul truck driver named Marcus had been doing the same overnight route for 6 years. He knew every mile of it, every rest stop, every exit sign. He described the stretch between mile markers 2 and 6 as the dead zone. No cell service, no turnoffs, just flat, open desert and the occasional jackrabbit. He'd never had a problem out there, until the night his dash cam captured something at mile marker 4. It was 2:17 in the morning. Marcus was alert. He was a disciplined driver, strict about his rest schedule. He was not tired. He was not distracted. He saw it first with his own eyes before the camera caught it, a figure standing on the shoulder of the road. Now, people break down out there. Yeah, it's not unheard of. Marcus had stopped for stranded motorists before. It was the right thing to do, but this figure wasn't standing next to a car. There was no car, no motorcycle, no bicycle, nothing. Just a person, standing perfectly still in the desert at 2 in the morning, facing the road. Marcus's instincts told him not to stop. He drove past. He looked in his side mirror. The figure had turned to watch him pass. Here's what the dashcam shows. As Marcus's truck passes the figure, the forward-facing camera briefly captures the edge of the shoulder in its periphery. And for a single frame, maybe two, there is a second figure standing roughly 30 feet behind the first. Same posture, completely still. Marcus only discovered this when he reviewed the footage at a rest stop 2 hours later. Because he couldn't shake the feeling that something had been wrong. He watched it back 4 times, pausing on that frame. 2 figures, not one. He filed a report with the local sheriff's department when he reached his destination. Deputies conducted a welfare check along that stretch of highway the following morning. They found nothing. No footprints. No abandoned vehicle registered to the area. No missing persons report matching anything relevant. The sheriff's department noted the report and closed it as inconclusive. Marcus still drives that route. He has to. It's his job. But he told the trucker forum where this footage was first shared something that has stayed with a lot of people who read it. He said, "The part that bothers me isn't that there were 2 of them. It's that in my mirror, I only ever saw one turn to watch me go. The other one never moved at all. This last one is different from the others because it wasn't captured on a driver's dash cam. It was captured on a real estate agent's dash cam. Her name is Christine, and she uses a dash cam on her car for insurance purposes, standard practice for agents who spend a lot of time driving clients to properties. She never thought much about it." In the summer of 2022, Christine was hired to list a home in a quiet residential neighborhood. The house had been vacant for about 8 months. The previous owners had relocated out of state for work. Routine listing, nothing unusual on paper. Christine visited the property 3 times before the footage incident. The 3rd time, she was alone, doing a final walkthrough before photographs. She parked in the driveway. I left her car running with the AC on. It was a hot July afternoon, and went inside. She was in the house for approximately 22 minutes. Her dash cam recorded the entire time she was gone. For the first 18 minutes, the footage shows nothing but the quiet suburban street, a sprinkler running next door, a car passing. Normal, unremarkable afternoon. At the 19-minute mark, the front door of the house, visible at the edge of the dash cam's frame, opens. Christine comes out, locks the door, walks toward her car. She reaches the car, gets in, and drives away. The timestamp reads 2:41 p.m. Here's the problem. Christine's phone records, her own testimony, and a call log from a client she phoned while still inside the house confirmed that she did not leave until 2:44 p.m. The woman who walked out of that house at 2:41 was not Christine. Christine watched the footage in her car in a parking lot and described feeling like the ground had disappeared beneath her. She said the woman looked like her. Same hair, same clothes, same deliberate, unhurried walk. But the timing was wrong. By 3 minutes, she contacted the property owners. They had no explanation. They hadn't been back to the house. No one had a spare key except Christine and the agency. The house sold 4 months later to a young couple. Christine processed the paperwork, but requested someone else handle the final closing walkthrough. When asked why, she said she just had a feeling. She said when she watched that footage, when she watched that woman who looked like her walk out of that empty house, she had the sudden, an overwhelming sense that whoever it was had known the camera was there, that they had wanted to be seen, and that thought more than anything else was what she couldn't let go of. Here's what I keep coming back to. These weren't people who were looking for something strange. They weren't ghost hunters. They weren't chasing anything. They were just driving, doing what millions of us do every single day. And the camera saw what they didn't. That's the part that stays with me. So before you go, I want you to do 3 things. First, Drop a comment telling me which story unsettled you most and why. I want to know what specifically got to you. The details matter. Second, if you've never subscribed, now's a good time. I put out new videos every week, and trust me, what's coming next makes tonight look like a warm-up. Third, share this with one person who thinks they don't scare easily. Let me know how that goes. Stay alert out there. And maybe, just maybe, check your dash cam footage tonight. You might be surprised what's been keeping pace with you.